Hello friends and welcome to RPG A Day 2018. My name is Roberto and I've been delinquent. I did not record the video for day 15 and we're today on day 16 because I really felt under the weather last night. I think I'm getting a cold and I decided to go to sleep very early. So no video yesterday and I'm catching up today. I'm recording the videos for days 15 and day 16 and then I'm going to post them to the blog at Stargazer's World. Let's start with the question for day 15. Day 15, the prompt reads as follows. It's not so much a question, more of a prompt. Describe a tricky RPG experience you enjoyed. This year's topics have really made me think about them, and I believe that's a good thing. And when I started thinking and pondering about a tricky RPG experience I enjoyed, I immediately went to difficult games. And that's not necessarily what's implied by the question. And if you interpret tricky in a wider sense regarding an RPG experience, then it can cover a whole lot of areas, from difficult players to difficult situations or complex situations. And I'm going to go with the tricky RPG experience that I enjoyed was gaming in public. For the longest time, I was really afraid of running a game for people who were not my friends. I started playing games with my neighbors, then I started playing with my high school friends, middle school and high school friends. And eventually I worked at a friendly local gaming store. It was a comic book store, Metro Comics, in San Patricio Plaza. And I met some friends in the store and I gamed with them, but they were never, complete strangers. They were people I knew from work or had become my friends. And I was incredibly afraid of running a game for people I did not know. By the same token, in I believe it's 2010, I might be mistaken, but around 8 years ago, with Puerto Rico Role Players, the organization we have in Puerto Rico, the group where we share our love for gaming and do gaming demos. We had decided we were going to a local fandom convention in Calle, Central Fan Fest, and we were going to run a game for the people who showed up and who sat down at the table. So I was preparing to run my first game for total strangers. A caveat, I did run an adventure in the late 90s at Metro Comics for a game day we had, where the players were not my usual gaming group. But I wouldn't consider them strangers because a lot of them were clients at the store, so I knew these guys from selling games to them week after week, so they were not complete strangers. In Calle, they were. Whoever came up to the table and said, I want to learn a role-playing game, they sat down. Even if I had been playing for a long time, I was really afraid that this was going to turn into a disaster, that I was going to be able to read the players, that I was going to make a mistake, or I was not going to be able to introduce to people what role-playing game was. Basically, I had a great time. I ran 2 games that day. I ran a Star Wars Saga adventure, and I also ran a Pathfinder adventure before the beginner's box came out. So I just made simple character sheets that people could follow, and we had a great time. It was an amazing experience, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Since then, I've ran demos at a lot of fandom conventions, and I love to invite people to sit down at the table and learn about role-playing, even if I never gamed with them before. So to me, that was a tricky RPG experience that I really enjoyed. So what's your experience, your tricky RPG experience that you enjoyed? Let us know in the comments. We're almost halfway, no, we are halfway through RPG A Day 2018, so it's never too late. Talk about the day you want, jump in, let us know what you think about the topics that we're addressing, and thank you.